Jack Squad, how everybody doing today? What's going on with you? Hope all is well, and I hope you're making it happen for yourself. You got to make it happen for yourself. Today is a wonderful day, a beautiful day. Yes, it is. You know, I have to say that. It's a beautiful day. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Welcome new subscribers. I got a few more. The goal is 3,000. We're a little short of that. Come on, 3,000 subbies. All of my social media stuff is down in the description box, as well as my email and my Cash App. And of course, I have the t-shirts, right? $20. Get with me through the email. Anyway, y'all, I talked about, let me tell y'all first of all what happened to me. What happened to me? What day was that? Was that yesterday? Yesterday, yeah. So listen, y'all, I have a foreign car, right? My son had bought me the car. I wouldn't buy a foreign car, but I'm grateful that I have one because I couldn't have not have a car, right? Anyway, it was leaking or something, oil, something, right? And so when I looked under the hood, I had no antifreeze, right? And it was leaking oil. Now, let me tell y'all something. In my head, y'all, that's why I told y'all I'm going through something in my mind. Whatever it was going to cost thousands of dollars that I did not have, right? I prayed, cried, talked to God yesterday morning, and I went on to the mechanic. Now, first of all, I've been having a hard time finding a good mechanic. Like, my mechanic is, I told y'all before, it's like a family member. My mechanic at home, Junior, he don't watch YouTube, but that was my guy. Still my guy, right? I had him for 15 years. He was my mechanic for 15 years. I had no problems with cars, no worries. I was a little concerned here. Even though I got AAA, I was a little concerned because, like, who's going to work on my foreign car? Because the guy I met that worked on it, he gave me his card. Now, listen to this. The guy gave me his card when I was at AutoZone. And some old body did my tune-up, and this guy assisted because he knew what he was doing. Foreign cars, everybody can't work on them. He gave me his card. So I'm like, cool, whenever I need something done, you the guy, because I know he the man, right? I called this fool whenever something going on with my car because it was jumping, it was just doing all kind of stuff, right? He said he don't work on Audis because his hand's too big. Well, why did you give me your card, Negro? I had an Audi. He was working on it when you gave it to me. Well, why? I'm so tired of the dumb end stuff. I'm so tired of Negroes being dumb. I swear to God, I am. So then I would ask other people. I asked guy at work, you know, everybody, you go to the dealership. I ain't no dealership going kind of gal, right? That costs money when you go to the dealership. They want a lot of money. I ain't got it. So I've been looking for, I asked everybody go to dealership. So I Googled this guy who worked on foreign cars, and he was near me. Went to him. The person that did the body work at this place said, don't fool with him. He's too messy. Gave me another name. Cool. I go to the other name. Now, these are not Jamaicans, they're Trinidadians, right? I think I said that right. You know, they commune within themselves. You know, they keep the money within themselves like we should do. And anyway, I went to this guy, and when I went, this is the mark of a good mechanic. Unless you're at the dealership, when you go to a regular mechanic and there's a lot of people there, he's good. Because he's been working on people's cars. People don't recommend him. Word of mouth has spread. That's one occupation that word of mouth will definitely spread on. So I was there early. Thought I was the first one, but I wasn't. Anyway, he did my oil change, and he said, come back and we'll see why the oil is leaking. He tested my coolant area, said there's no antifreeze leaking. Now I went in there, it was leaking, it was gone, right? I put some in there and it was gone in 4 or 5 days. All right. So I go back Monday, yesterday, and I prayed so hard, y'all, because I was like, Lord, I need my car. You can't be down here without no car. And I'm praying and crying. I go. Now, oil was just shooting up everywhere out the dipstick. I had bought a dipstick. It didn't fit. I took it to them. It didn't fit. So I called. In fact, I got to take that back today. I called AutoZone. I keep forgetting that. I called AutoZone. They gave me the information to take it back to an AutoZone store, even though I bought it from AutoZone.com, right? All right. So when I go, he said, let it run a while. He cleaned it off, first of all, because there was so much oil over the engine. He said he cleaned it off, and he said let it run. It ran about an hour and a half. He said let it run so I could see where the leak is coming from. All right? Did that. I'm sitting there praying, Lord Jesus, right? I go out there, I'm bugabooing him a little bit because other people coming. He said, you got to let it run. Okay, let it run. Because I already know that I needed a belt, but I didn't know what else was going to need. I needed a tension belt. That had nothing to do with the oil leaking though. All right, I need to know what all this going to cost. Lord have mercy, right? So after he checked it, he said it's coming from the dipstick, right? And that's the wrong dipstick. So he called around. I have an Audi. Some Audis, some years, and certain models have a dipstick. Mine does not. It has a cap, right? So that's why the dipstick didn't fit, even though it said that it would. So he was running around in the back in the yard because he worked on foreign cars looking for a cap that would fit in there. He found one. Just as he found one, he looked over there, and there was the cap sitting on the engine on the right side. Now listen, y'all. That cap been sitting there since I went and got an oil change the last time in February. That is why my car has been leaking oil and making all them sounds and doing all that stuff. So when you guys go to the oil, see, the oil change places used to be good. They're no longer. With my truck, they tore up, no, was it my truck or my Fusion? My Fusion was new. They tore up the underbody one time I went. Instead of me letting my mechanic do it, I just go there, it's quick, let them do it, right? Don't fool with them people. Because every car I've had the last 10 years, they messed something up. This was major because oil was just shooting up. It's all in my driveway. I got to get some stuff and get that oil out my driveway. It's major. When I went to that place, the Jiffy Lube or wherever I went to get the oil change, they said they wouldn't do it because there was an oil leak. They could see it was an oil leak, so they wouldn't do it. It was like, take it back where you went before. Okay, so I go to the mechanic. He said, there it was right there. He put it right in, pop, problem solved. No money. Now, remind you, I had prayed and asked God to perform a miracle, working the supernatural for me. So he said, now the next problem. He said, let's see how much this belt costs. Well, the belt is not as much as I thought it was going to be, and it's only going to take an hour. His labor is a little much, but that's okay. It's doable in a few weeks, and I'll manage it. I'll manage. Hopefully I'll manage it, and hopefully I'll get that money. But I said all that to say this. What I thought was a giant problem was not a problem at all. And I had panicked for no reason. And God had me covered all the time, right? He had me covered because what I thought, I was like, oh, Lord, I'm going to need an engine. And he was like, well, those engines cost $3,000, right? I was like, I'm going to just be on the bus. I ain't been on the bus in 35 years. I'm like, oh, Lord, right? But it all worked out. So now all I have to do is get the labor to get that money for the labor and the belt, and I'll do that. But anyway, if you guys want to donate, please do. I had to get that off my chest because that was a worry of mine. That was weighing heavy on me. It was weighing heavy on me, right? It was weighing heavy on me yesterday morning. So all's good, right? So let me tell you, I'm talking about Martell and Mel. Now, Mel had not a clapback, but she had an answer to what he was talking about. And he said he wanted full custody. Then when I guess he got the backlash from it, he said he wanted joint custody, right? Anybody with good sense knows if you're a good dad, nobody don't come get all the kids anytime you feel like it. But he wants to cause her problems and he wants to control her. Well, Mel says she's going to have a platform. She's one certain bloggers. I don't know if she said all bloggers or certain bloggers. I can't remember. But anyway, there's going to be a date and a time, and she's going to release a whole bunch of information because he has gotten on her nerves. And she wants him fired from OWN. Now, what he did recently was, I guess they get paid together. It goes into one bank account because they started off on OWN together. She had took $17,000 when they got divorced or whatever. And so then they sent him $34,000, and he took it all. Now, he was about to take it all, and so the lawyers got together, and the judge said, put it back by this date. He didn't put it back by that date. So they have to have mediation about that money, right? But he's got to put that money back. See, listen, when I watched his video, she went on, she didn't do it live. She went on her Instagram story and had about 10 pages. If it's still there, you can see it out, because that story disappears. But I read it, and what she's saying, the gist of what she's saying is she's gonna spill all the tea because she's tired of that Negro. It's much more than we know. He has aggravated her to death, and she's going to spill all of the tea, everything. Right now, this is what I didn't want to happen, but people can only take so much. People can only take so much. And you've put her through HELL. You've put her through that several years, right? Now you're going on IG talking about it, talking about you don't want the 23 babysitters and so on and so forth. And one of my subscribers said he's setting it up for that no man can be around his children, meaning any man that she's with in the future, right? Like, I don't understand why he just don't go away. Just be cool. All you gotta do is be cool. But he's so busy wanting to control her and what she does. Like I said before, a nanny would be ideal. Y'all split the nanny costs. And then he wouldn't have nothing to talk about. There ain't no 23 people. My brothers and my uncle, the brother, the gay brother ain't watching them. None of that, right? But this thing is getting bigger and bigger. Just when you think it goes away, it gets bigger and bigger and bigger. And she also said that it's mighty funny. He always has something, a rebuttal to what I'm doing or what I'm saying. But he never has none for Ariane, right? Because Ariane can get on and clown and say all whatever she want to say, right? This thing is, instead of it letting time lessen it and ease it, it's getting worse, right? Because like I said, she's going to reveal a whole bunch of their secrets and their goings-ons. And I forgot the date and all of that. I was so in shock because it kept going. You know, the story, people might have 2 pages of story, 3, 4, but it's about 10 of them. And she was saying all kinds of stuff, and she's going to tell all kinds of stuff. And she has had enough. And now I'm seeing that she wants some fire from on. Like, they're trying to destroy each other. But it's always weird to me, like, he was the one that caused this. She knew that you was cheating, but she wanted her family, right? You go and have a baby. That's the end of it. Once you have a baby, that's it. Hey, I'm out of it, right? You got a whole other situation you got to tend to. And it has exploded into something really ugly, right? Now, I don't blame Mel. You have to fight fire with hot fire because he keeps trying to muddy up her name, right? Like she just out here running around. But she's a businesswoman and she got 4 kids. You got to, listen, I had 3 kids. And sometimes this family would have them. Sometimes that family would have them. Sometimes you got to split them up. You have to do what you have to do when you have to work. And she's much more busy than I ever was, right? So she has to do what she has to do. And he's not allowing her. And he's not even focusing in my mind. I don't know what he's doing. But he's not focusing on what he needs to do to better himself. See, if he was to focus on him, just get your builder's license. Do what you need to do for you. It'll be okay. But he steady wants to talk about it. He didn't see the kids for 12 days. This and that, that. Like, Negro, please. Please. Because you're looking like a clown out here, right? And now, Mel is going to expose all of these secrets, all of these. She has receipts. She's going to right the wrongs, reveal the truths. It's a lot that she says it's a lot. And it's probably, she said it was going to be the biggest thing of the first she said the year, I think. And then she said the century. Like, it's a lot that she's going to expose. Like, and I hope while she's exposing this, she doesn't incriminate herself, right? And whatever it is that she's exposing. And I think she was hinting at there's maybe more than just, it was maybe more than just Ariane. You never know, and I'm saying this because I'm a woman and I was in something nobody didn't know, and I tell them little bits and pieces of it now. But, you never know what's going on in somebody's household, and you don't never know how bad it is because when they step out, they look good. When they step out, they look good. And all HELL could be breaking out inside the home, which I am assuming that it was just based off what she's saying she's going to reveal. And she wants all the bloggers or all the certain bloggers, I forget how she said it. Because, when you do it on the story, You have to hold it so you can read it. And it was so much. It was so much. It was so much, right? And I wasn't thinking. I was just like, oh. But I should have been writing some of that stuff down. But I was just like in awe. Like, because, usually she doesn't clap back at whatever he said, whatever Ariana says. She's going with her life. But this has gotten, she's here now, right? And, which I knew that would happen at some point. I didn't know how she would react, but I knew at some point that had to get on your nerves. Now, he was on the live saying that Mel put gasoline. Did he say gasoline or lighter fluid on the furniture and this and that and that? Listen, bro, you should be glad that she didn't bust you in the head, take out an eyeball, shoot you in the leg, anything. I can't say what I would have done, because first of all, you mess with my money, most importantly. We built something. We built a brand. We built a business, you dumb, right? We built something together. You ruined it. You ruined it with your shenanigans. Now you mad and you want to tell her how to live her life, Because I was wondering why you keep focusing on the brother. And like I said, one of my subscribers says he's just setting it up for when she does get a man. He doesn't want a man around her kids. Now, if Melanie don't put her thinking cap on, she's going to deal with this for the next 20 years. She's 35 or 36 now. You'll be 60 years old before you finish with this clown. Because there are dudes, I have a friend now that's dealing with that. The kids is grown. Grown. And he's still making her life miserable. He told her he was going to make it miserable, and he's still making it miserable, and the kids is grown. Okay? Some men can't let go. They have obsessive compulsive behavior, and they can't let go. Until he finds another target. I learned, I just thought about that. My son's father was like that. My oldest son's father. And until they get another target, you're it, right? You're it until they get another target. And I just see this thing, and I be thinking that it's gonna just calm down and, everybody gonna be cool. But that's not happening. And then he's gonna forever, and like I said before, he's gonna be one of those go to court dudes. We're going to court about this, my lawyer this, and my lawyer that. He one of them dudes and my paperwork. Like I hate it. But I'm interested. I want to know. I ain't gonna tell y'all no lie. I'm excited to know what it is that Mel is going to reveal. And she said we will be shocked and surprised. I want to know what it is because we already shocked and surprised. What else could it be, right? So anyway, y'all, I don't know. That's just a horrible thing, And like I said, I don't even really care for Mel, but I understand now. A little bit of because she's saying now that those people were never her friend. They pretended to be. Because those are Martell's friends, and their wives, So I don't know. What looked like a good collective was not, Everything's not always what it seems. Everything's not always what it seems. I wish her well. I feel sorry for because you can't. How do you focus? You're trying to stay this way. Somebody keep pulling you that way with bull, right? And I know he's upset and jealous and hurt, but you brought it on yourself. You have to take some accountability, and that is one thing narcissists don't do. They do not take accountability. They do not. They do not. They do not. They will blame it on you. It's your fault that I had cheated. Had you been doing what I wanted you to do, I wouldn't have never cheated. They never, ever take accountability. Never take accountability. And so this is where they are. This is where they are. And he's, like I told y'all before, when a man gets on and talk about his ex and do all that, that's a B move. That's a B move. That's a B move. Like, you lost all respect for me with that one. Like, you a man. Suck that up, soak it up, and handle your business like a man, right? You ain't got to tell us what she didn't do and all of this and what she did. He wants her to look bad. While in the meantime, he's looking worse. He doesn't understand it. Him and Ariana are the stupidest I've seen in a long time. They just don't get it. Publicly, y'all look stupid all the time. Every time you open your mouth. Every time you get on IG, right? And Mel could be all those things you said, but you look like all those things, right? So I don't know, y'all. I'm waiting to see what she gonna reveal. I forgot the date. I forgot everything. Because while I'm reading, she was saying so much stuff. And I believe it's off of her story now. But like I said, she was saying so much stuff on every page. She had receipts for when he said this, and remember when you said this, and this was that, and that was this, and this is that. I was like, oh my God. So she's fed up, and y'all know what happens when a woman's fed up, right? So we'll see what's going on with that. I want to know what she has to say. What has he done now? On the other flip side of that, I hope Sheree is paying close attention. I hope she's paying close attention, and I hope she just what she said she was doing, having fun with Martell. Because he's the type of dude, y'all, that you just have fun with and go and pick him up when you want him, drop him off when you don't. He's that dude. So I hope that she doesn't get no feelings and no connection and all that carrying on, right? But anyway, y'all, that was that on that. Mel clapped back and said she got receipts and she's going to spill all the beans on a certain date. She's going to tell everything. Stuff we don't know, we ain't heard of, we ain't thought of. She's telling it all. She's going to tell it all. All right. So I'm waiting on it, y'all. Anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Hit the like button. If you just happen to cross my page, hit the like button. You won't be sorry. Hit the like button. Now, I don't get on here as much as other bloggers because I got to work. I got to work, right? And you know, but I do what I can, right? But anyway, all of my social media stuff is down in the description box, y'all. Everybody be cool. Let me tell you, I'm going to tell the story. I debated on this for weeks. I've debated on this. What I'm going to talk about. My next video is going to be about Messy C. If y'all don't know who Messy C is, go, he on Instagram. Go check him out. He changes his pages a lot. I don't know if he deletes them when he, because he changes them. But I've been following him for a few years, and he is something else. But I'm going to talk about this because he's to the extreme of this, but this is happening to a lot of women. This happens, what he's doing. So anyway, y'all, be cool. See you in a minute. All right? Bye-bye.